Evers vetoes $2 billion tax cut and child care credit expansion, saying proposal is totally frivolous. Tony Evers on Monday rejected Republican proposal to cut income taxes by $2 billion, expand the tax credit parents can use to pay for child care, dismissing it as a bill that is totally unserious and not carried out in meaningful logical way. Address the state's workforce issues. Evers urged lawmakers in August pursue a plan to direct $1 billion child care services and workforce programs in a special legislative session. But Republican leaders immediately criticized the governor's proposed spending amount. Instead, they gutted Evers' proposal and rewrote it with their own terms. The GOP-led legislature sent the legislation to Evers last week. Frankly, Republicans have yet to grasp the challenges facing state. Their inability to take this issue seriously is impacting Wisconsinites' livelihoods, our workforce and economy, children's futures, Evers said in a statement after vetoing the bill. The GOP proposal would lower taxes for Wisconsinites in state's broad third income tax bracket, increase the amount of government credits a taxpayer can claim for dependents, and increase amount of money parents can deduct to send their children to private school. The bill would also overhaul licensing in Wisconsin and add requirements for receiving state aid while unemployed. Both proposals relied on the state's $4.1 billion budget surplus. In the proposal that Evers vetoed, Republicans would once again cut the state's second highest income tax rate from 5.3 to 4.4, lowering taxes for individuals earning between $27,630 to $4,170 annually and married couples earning between $36,840 to $5,550. He demanded to drop it. Evers previously partially vetoed a GOP proposal in the state budget that would have cut all four income tax brackets and focused aid on the state's wealthiest residents. It continued cuts to the third highest tax rate, which covers those making $36,840 or less as a couple, from 4.65 to 4.4. Under current law, a person who is eligible to claim the federal child and dependent tax may also claim a state income tax credit equal to 50 of the federal they receive. The GOP bill would increase that to 100 of the federal credit. This would also increase the amount of employment-related expenses a dependent could claim, from $3,000 to $10,000 for one dependent, from $6,000 to $20,000 for two or more dependents. Under current law, parents who send their children to private can deduct up to $4,000 for an elementary school student and $10,000 for a middle student. The Senate GOP proposal would increase the deduction to $5,070 for an elementary student and $12,660 for a middle school student. The amount of the deduction would increase depending on future inflation. Evers proposed his plan to fund child care counts, a federally funded pandemicera program that helps keep child care centers open in an unstable economy. Evers and Democrats have tried multiple